Today I'm going to show you why and how to make a non-stackable item sorter using Allays. This sorter is incredibly easy to make, costs very few materials, and will help you better organize your farms and storage system. You can also make it any size you want. Let's take a look at the materials. And here's the material list for the items you're going to need for this farm. It's a short one. Here's what we're looking at here. 64 plus 23 of any solid block is fine. 6 wool is another notable one. You will need 9 half slabs of any sort, and you can kind of use blocks, more or less whatever you want to decorate the farm. The only thing it really has to be, as shown, is going to be wool. It has to be any color wool. And also, don't forget that for our example here, you're going to need 9 Allays, but you may need more or less depending on how many items you want to sort. So to get things started here, you first need to know how many non-stackable items do you need to sort, because that's how many Allay you're going to need. In our case here, I'm going to do a little bit larger of an example just to show you how easy it is to scale this up. It is best, if possible, to do this in multiples of 3. So you may want to do 3, 6, 9, etc. Allays. It sets up a little bit more efficiently that way, but you could pick any number you want to. You can have just 1 Allay. You can have 15 of them. Wait, that's a multiple of 3. You know what I mean. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do, I think, 9 here today. And to start our 9, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to get up off the ground a little bit. We're going to say that we have this set up as some sort of a sorter for a storage system at our base. And maybe we want to be able to sort out diamond gear. We're going to do all the diamond gear and we're going to sort all of that. Okay. But this is for non-stackable items. So things that cannot have more than 1 in the slot. I'm on the Bedrock Guide world because I wanted to show you what will be one of the main uses for this farm. And that's going to be for a raid farm. Whether you have just a single one like I have here, or like the huge, like 10 billion stacked raid farm that Silent Whisperers made, or anything in between, all of your items for a raid farm or from other farms that drop non-stackable items, including even general mob farms will drop some, right? They're going to come down to a little central locations you have for storage. And like me here, you may have storage chests for, in this case, emeralds, arrows, redstone, etc. But eventually you reach this problem right over here. Look at all these items that are not stackable that are dropping into this location. So I may want to do stuff with this, right? I'll probably take the crossbows out and maybe use them for fuel in a furnace because I don't really need to keep them. I'll probably take any of the iron armor out and I'll run it into those smelters so that way I can get some iron nuggets out of it, and this will produce a little bit of iron for me. I can take the saddles out and maybe have a chest full of those kind of sitting and waiting for me. We have books that we may want to sort into a row of chests. We have the totems of undying, which I want to have several chests of, and we're even going to get some potions. So a farm like a raid farm drops a lot of non-stackable items and is a perfect excuse to make a non-stackable item filter. Or maybe you just have a storage system in your base that automatically sorts and stores different items, but you don't have a way to sort out your diamond gear from your saddles, from your bows, your tools, whatever, right? And you want to separate them out in your storage system at your base. Well, this Allay non-stackable item filter, this is going to be for you. So we're going to make it 9 wise. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm going to probably want to give myself a little room to just kind of walk around and do things. We're going to actually use these spots right here. And what I want to do is I want to get like a little backdrop around here temporarily. These are going to be temporary blocks that I'm going to put down through here. And you're going to want to take a top half slab and put it across just like this. The first thing we're going to be doing here is actually trapping our Allays. Now, once you get used to the process of doing this, it's actually not that hard. You're going to want to have your Allays. You're going to want to have a rail, minecarts, something to drop the Allay to make it get into the minecart a little bit easier. It could be a little bit of a pain in the butt. And then you're going to want a water bucket. So here, let me get myself a little bit of side standing room on the 2 sides here. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to block one side like this. We're going to get our Allay in here. So let's say we have a cart right here. Let me get myself a little bit more room to stand. We're going to have a cart right here like this, and we're going to run it into the slot. Let's say we have our first Allay that's in the area with us. If you want to know more on how to get the Allay, where to find it, and how to make more of them, I do have an Allay cloning video that would be super helpful for you where I explain all of those things. But we have our Allay. He's over there. I'm going to see if I can just kind of get him to go in here by throwing the item down. And he should, yeah, cool. He flew right into it. So now I'm just going to push him in. I'm going to break these rails. I want to get this rail under him too, like this right here. And then actually what you could do is you could just kind of like come up here. You might end up needing to take the item out of his hand. So have like a free slot in your inventory, or you can just break the minecart like this and keep in front of it. So see, he can't really get out. I'm going to take the item out of his hand because I may need to punch him once or twice, but we just need to, oh, we got it right there. We just need to take a composter and just place it like right on him. Now, if he's on the edge, it won't go over him. So again, I kind of show you, right? If he's over there, I can't place it. But if I get him over a little bit, sometimes by moving around, he's there. And now what I want to do is I just want to make him float up. So I'm just going to block this front area off. I'm going to hold down my crouch button, put water in here. And it looks like he's floating all the way up. So I should just be able to take that water out and we're good to go. And now we're just going to move on to the next area. Super easy. We're just going to take our temporary block out here, put it right here. We're going to place these down like this, put this here, get our allay, give it an item, throw an item over there for him to go chase. He chased it. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Go get the item. Oh, he's being a butt right now. Come here. Over here. Nope. I've thrown a couple items around here. Ah, there we go. Okay. I put the item a block down and that made him get in there. All right, so let's go ahead and push him in. Let's get rid of the rails. Let's stand right here. Knock it out. Kind of push him around a little bit. Go back the other way. There we go. Perfect. I could take that item out of his hand just by shift clicking him. I can't get him quite yet, which is fine. So we'll put this here. We will splash this with the water bucket. As you can see, he rose up perfectly fine there. We can take the item out. Now, if he still ends up kind of bobbing up and down, you can either try to punch him to kind of get him to stay up, or you can take your water bucket and just make this have water too, and it'll rise him up the rest of the way and then take the water out. As you can see, he's in a good spot though, so he's good to go. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna repeat this however many times we need to. Again, in our case, it's going to be 9 times. If you're enjoying today's video, help it get discovered by more people by clicking the like button and leaving a comment. Also, if you enjoy my videos, click the subscribe button, join my Discord channel, and become a channel member by clicking the join button. Members get awesome perks, including access to my members only Minecraft servers. Now, back to the video. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna set up the note blocks. We're gonna come to the back side here. So our first allay is here, and we're gonna go ahead to our second allay over. We're gonna put a note block here, skip 2 spaces, put a note block here, skip 2 spaces, note block here, and that should cover everything at that point. What we're going to be doing is playing these note blocks so our allay can hear, and it links to that note block and only those items to that block. Now, if I were to click this one right now, you can kind of see those little sound waves. They're going pretty far. I think he's reaching all of them. So we need to block the sound waves, which is something that you can do with wool. You may remember by watching videos about the warden and skulk sensors and those sorts of things, the whole sound wave thing and how you can block it with wool. Well, allays work the same way. So if I have this wool here, these sound waves can make it out to these 3 guys. And luckily these 3 guys, they're close enough to be able to want to throw to that note block. If this note block were able to reach this 4th one right here, he's too far away. He would not throw his items because he does not feel like he's close enough to that note block. So we've kind of got the perfect distance here all set up. You have to use wool. Any color wool is fine though, however you want to decorate your farm. Now, next thing we need to do is we need to set up our little redstone area just to tick these guys with redstone. It's gonna be easy enough. We can put any solid block behind it like this right here. We can run a observer anywhere, I guess in the middle-ish here. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna face one this way. We're gonna face one this way. We're going to put redstone dust here, 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 and here. Now our note blocks are constantly going off. If you want to use some type of different clock system for this, that's fine. But we're gonna use this. It's gonna serve our needs perfectly. Now they're constantly being linked to the note blocks here, so we don't have to worry about them unlinking. Now we can actually start to get rid of a lot of these extra blocks, right? So all these ones right here behind the composters, we can get rid of these. We do not need them there anymore. And next, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to flow our items right across here. This would be the floor of where our items are going to flow through. So we would have items come in from wherever we need them to come in from. Let's say we're going to have them come in from right here, right? We're gonna put the water flow down. We're gonna see how far the water goes. Looks like it's gonna stop probably somewhere in here-ish. So what we wanna do now is we wanna get ourselves any kind of ice. Packed ice or blue ice would work fine. I'm gonna put a piece right here. a piece right here. And then I am going to take a button or a sign. A fence gate would work as well. And I'm going to place it right here. It's hard to see, but I'm going to place it on the back of that guy right there. So that's going to stop the water on that ice. I can then continue this down. And then on this first block past the ice, I'm going to go ahead and put down another water source right there, at which point we can go ahead and kind of block off the rest of the way down. And then this water would come out and lead to wherever, the rest of your storage system or an overflow chest or something in that nature. I think we'll make it an overflow chest. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these here and then we're going to put a hopper right here. And there we go. So now all those items, anything that's left over or does not make it into the Allays, it'll go into this chest right here. An overflow chest is just basically for your things that maybe you don't have slots for to sort, or sometimes if the items come a little bit too fast for these guys, you can have issues where they won't pick up the items. And I'll explain that here in just a moment. First things first though, we need to come to the underside here. We need to take out all of our blocks below the composters, because this is where our storage is going to end up going. To make things nice and easy, what we can just do is let me place a temporary chest right there like that. And we're going to have the chest just kind of run out this way. Now we're just going to do a single double chest here, but you could do whatever kind of storage, however much storage you need. If you want to collect a lot of something, then make a lot of chests. If you don't need to collect a lot, then you could just do single chests like I'm doing right here. But we're going to place hoppers into all of those. What's going to end up happening here is the Allay, they're going to throw their item like up in the air once they get it, and it's going to kind of land down in here, and the hopper's able to suck it up and put it into the chest for us. And like I said, we were going to be doing a diamond sorting system for them, right? So we're going to go ahead and grab a diamond sword, axe, pickaxe, shovel, hoe, and then the 4 different armor types. And we're just going to give one to each of them. So you will end up, whatever it is you're giving them, you will end up actually giving one to the Allay, and they will keep that one. They will not be giving that back. You can make them give it back if you want to, but as long as they're sorting it, they have to have it. And the way that the Allay works is anytime he gets an item that's the same as the item that he has, he's going to collect it, like pick it up if it comes close to him, in this case down this water stream right here. And then since he's close to the note block, he's going to throw it. He's going to toss it aside so it can get collected. And for those of you that are curious, it does not matter what kind, if any, enchantments that these items have on them. So let's say you do an end raid and you get yourself a whole bunch of diamond gear and you want to sort it. Well, you can just throw it all in here, and regardless of what kind of enchants it has, as long as it's a diamond sword, a diamond axe, etc., it's going to get itself sorted into these chests. The Allay will pick it up regardless of the enchantments. So if we were to test this out, I can come in here, I can just simply drop one of each item in here, and what we should find is one of each item in each one of the chests. Now, this type of an item sorter is great for a number of different farms. Let's say a witch farm where you want to sort potions, or a raid farm. You maybe want to take totems and potions and that sort of stuff out. This will be perfect for that. All you gotta do, give them the item that can't be stacked, and they'll take care of it for you. And I'm actually going to do this here pretty soon in my Bedrock Guide series, where we add in one of these to my raid farm that I already have. And that right there, that'll pretty much do it. This thing is so incredibly easy. If you need to add to it, it's very easy to just add 3 more stations and another note block here to the right hand side, change your water stream a little bit, and you're good to go. Or if you need to swap things around, let's say I don't need a diamond sword anymore. Well, I can just come over here with an empty hand, crouch down, take the sword from him, and then give him something else that I want him to sort, like an elytra or something of that nature. And then as the elytras come into the system, he'll pick them up, he'll toss them down, and they'll go in. If you enjoyed today's tutorial, please leave a like and drop a comment down below. It helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you'd like to download a copy of this world, please see the link in the description down below. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys, and you have a good one.